All right, everyone, here we go. It's an all signs reading. Doesn't matter what your sign is. It's straight up energy reading. This is for January 2023. The monthly overview video opens with a star in my pre-shuffle, and for good reason. You know, I always tell you a little bit about the month here, so it helps you interpret, this reading and your sign readings, which I'm going to start tomorrow as I fly through the zodiac here. I hope everybody had a good holiday. I know I did. I had a pretty peaceful one. January, I don't want to say it's anything but peaceful. I don't mean that in a bad way. It's actually it's a month that's drenched in destiny. So much so we haven't seen a month like this since about September. But this one's a little different. It opens toward the end of this week with a Mercury retrograde and a true node or north node point of destiny semi-sextile in Chiron, which is that course correction that we saw a couple of times back in September. It's an important energy. From there, we have Mercury going direct within the month. We have Mars going direct within the month, and we have Venus entering both Aquarius and Pisces within the month. And then we have another toward the end of the month, another true node, north node kind of thing going on, except this time it's a semi-square with Neptune. And that, you know, I look to the astrology sometimes to explain why the energy reads the way it does. Neptune semi-square in the point of destiny is a bit like a come to Jesus. It's a bit like a moment of reality slapping you and slapping somebody else in the face, right? So just to sum up this month so we can get rolling here, it's a month of discovery, all right? For you, for the non-runner, it's about learning some things, figuring out some things, meeting new people. Underneath all of the energy of January is Jupiter in Aries. Makes us bold, right? It's like Red Bull, gives you wings. So for the DF side, it's a lot about new people coming in, new energies coming in, your path of destiny almost revealing itself to you this month. It's a lot of external stuff. For the DM side, for the runner side, it's a discovery of self. It's figuring out some things about themselves. And we'll see that in the pre-shuffle here. That's basically what's going on in the month. It's going to be a busy month for me here at Steve's Love Tarot, let me tell you. There's a lot of energy to pull on this month. It's almost too much. It's almost a cornucopia of energy. All right, that said, it's general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here or you found Steve's Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. This reading is technically timeless because you're all moving at different speeds on your timeline. January could happen in February for some of you. All right, or it might have already happened toward the end of December. I have no idea. You're all moving at different speeds. My pre-shuffle shows a star. I explained everything to you in the beginning, so this will make sense too. The star crossed by the Three of Cups. It's all about, this is a celebration energy. It's also one of my biggest cards of communication, if not my biggest card in the minor arcana, because it's about opening up emotionally, right? It's crossing the star. And the star here just represents all of that destiny I was talking about. It's a month that's just drenched in destiny, but it's workable destiny. You know, it's not lessons from the universe as much as it's just, those come in February, okay? Because in February, Saturn gets a little more involved and things along those lines, but it's workable energy. You figuring some things out, you learning some things, you meeting some new people, you understanding why it all happened, and it sets a nice tone for the whole year to come. It really does. A year of change, a year of restoration. Underneath that is the Six of Swords, crossed by the Nine of Cups. That's the eye on the prize energy I've been talking about. The only secret, I'll just talk to you. I'm not going to talk to the runner because they're not listening. They're not here. But for you, I'm going to say, keep your eye on the prize. Whatever it is you're trying to change, a behavior, a habit, people around you, whatever it is, remember why you're doing it. If you could do that, you'll find that Nine of Cups, believe me, or it'll find you, one or the other. Underneath that, where the runner is concerned, is an Ace of Wands. For both sides. This Ace of Wands, this is a passionate new beginning. But it's something here, as far as the runner goes, the runner's energy picks back up here in this pre-shuffle with the Three of Wands crossed by the Queen of Wands, the Fakey McFakerman card, and the Hierophant. Again, some hard truths are hitting. It's about self-realization, you know, for the runner side. is someone, again, they've realized it before, but those lessons about their behavior, the fakey McFakerman bullshit, pretending everything's great when it's not, are starting to stick. Because we got underneath that just for fun. I mean, the Hierophant is bookending the star. That should tell you something about the month. But as we go further, we get the Ten of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, Temperance, 10 Cups. I mean, it's just, it's nice. But for the runner, they have to figure this out, okay? They have to figure out this Queen of Wands behavior. And this month is set to help them do it on a high level. I think they've already gotten it. I think they've gotten that lesson from, you know, as far back as October with the 1010 portal and all of the Pluto direct bringing things, you know, for them to look at up from the depths and things like that. But I don't think it's, I don't think it was a sticky energy as much as it is right now with that Hierophant there. It sticks for the long term. All right. So let's see where we go. It's going to be an interesting month. Give me the soulmate cycle for the month of January 2023, universe. Let's do it. Let's do it here. Let's see where we go. All right. Okay, this first card out is Before the Cut. So why the fuck are we here? Very interesting. It's the Four of Pentacles. I think that this looks eerily familiar that the Four of Pentacles is here. It's just reading the incoming energy. I think for you it's a message of don't hold back. But I think again it's hard to face the, you know, when the universe course corrects you on the road of destiny, you fly off, Toons is the driving cat off into a ditch, and the energies around put you back on the road. It's tough. There's a lot of fear around that. There's a lot of fear for somebody being real and getting real. It's not enough to stop them, I don't think, but let's see what comes after the cut, just for fun. I mean, I don't know. Yeah. I told you, there's a lot, there's sadness around it. The Five of Cups, a lot of regret. Seeing that, it may cause them to hold back a little bit, but I don't think it's enough to stop them. Yeah, the Ace of Pentacles is there. Somebody, it's regret, but it's not necessarily, it's in part about their behavior, but as I read it, it's about a missed opportunity, right? And this is one of the cards that ends the separation phase in the soulmate cycle. It does come up a lot, but these energies here with all the destiny in play in January and it being a new year and all of that, it's a powerful year of change. And with that Jupiter and Aries energy underneath it all, making people bold where normally they're afraid. I see that. People get real bold when they get in that Five of Cups energy. You know, it can slip some people into depression, but for the most part, you know, it makes them want to do something about it. We'll see. I mean, the pre-shuffle showed us that, so we'll see. Right now, we're going to do a final shuffle. We're going to pull a reading. Let's do it. Let's go. Here we go. Give me the soulmate cycle for the month of January 2023. I'm looking forward to your sign readings. They're going to be interesting, but you'll need this one to help interpret them. And what I told you at the beginning of this video, it's best to keep in mind all of that. Okay, all right. Overall energy of everything. Yeah. Overall energy of everything that's going to fall on the table is the moon. Yeah, this is going to be a deep, dark, mysterious reading, isn't it? What's fueling the moon here before I open my mouth? Yeah. Again, what did I say? This month is a cakewalk for the DF. It is. You'll probably meet some new people. You're going to see how awesome you are. That Empress energy, right? You're going to see how attractive you are. You're going to feel better about yourself. Fine. For the DM, it's a tough month. We saw it in the cut cards, and I explained it in the beginning, and we showed it to you in the pre-shuffle. We got that Queen of Wands energy. They're getting spanked for it. It is. A lot of stuff. It's a month where the overall energy is for the DM, the Emperor, a lot of shit's coming up. A lot of shit. It's not even that they can't push it back. It's that it's things coming back to haunt them. Okay? Behavior coming back to haunt them. And again, all that course-correcting energy from the North Node is powerful. It's powerful. It's making them really sad, to be honest with you. It's a tough month for the DM. It's a cakewalk for the DF. It's a month where you come out of it smelling like a rose. You truly do. Our reading's on the flip, but for them, it may bring them right to you. It may. For some of you, it'll take February's energy, but with Saturn getting involved. Right here's the energy around your connection. Right here's how your person's behaving in the 3D. Right here's their soul. Right here's the hidden energy, the message from the universe read with the energy of your connection. Right here's the potential final outcome. I say potential because I cannot predict free will. I will clarify everything, throw some universe cards over the top, and you bet your sweet New Year baby asses there's going to be a link for an extended in the description. You ready? Let's go. Energy around your connection. Every time I do that, every fucking time I hit a card like that, it's something big. It's Three of Swords, and it's big in the animal deck. Look, it's not even a heart anymore. This is big, big, big energy right there. Yeah. Well, yeah. What did I just say? Rewind. I said it's a cakewalk for the DF January. Some of you are going to be banging people left and right, or have the opportunities to. The DM, it's a tough month. This is tough energy. This is mysterious energy. This is shit we don't want to look at about ourselves. It's a month of self-discovery, a course of destiny, course correction. Okay? It's a tow truck showing up to get old Toonses the driving cat who flew off the road, towed back on the road and put back down. But, you know, again, that car, that 74 Pinto is looking pretty rough. This is powerful. This ends the separation phase. This is an undying urge to fix this. That's what I feel. There's an undying urge to fix this on one side. What side? Well, the Emperor is part of our overall energy, so it's the DM side. It's a tough ride for the DM in January, February, and fucking March too. It is not going to be fun, because you're going to be thriving and they're going to be picking up on that. You're going to be meeting new people and they're going to be picking up on that. All of that's adding to the mess. This is a mess. How are they behaving in the 3D this month? Knight of Wands. Like, it doesn't matter. Whatever. Right? Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, no. Even the bird agrees. And you know he a Pisces. The Knight of Wands, it could be read a lot of ways. I know it's a card of forward movement. Okay, I get it. Someone rushing in. No, it's someone trying to glaze over this shit. It's an energy coming off of it of emotional immaturity. They don't want to see it. They don't. Why do you think we got the Four of Pentacles in the why the fuck are we here position? Holding back, the card of the miser. A lot of this is internal for this person. It's trying to be external. I said there's an undying urge to fix this. And this is antsy energy. It is. But it's also an energy of somebody trying to pass it off and brush by it. It's an in and out energy. All right? Okay. All right. Let's see where we go. Let's pull on their soul. Now this ought to be fun, because this is bookending and read with the Three of Swords. Yeah. Page of Cups. Yeah. It's that missed opportunity energy that I got when I pulled the Five of Cups after the cut. It's that missed opportunity energy. It's how do I phrase this? The soul is crying, right? It's a sweet energy here, and it's them picking up. It says a lot of things. Their soul's going to be picking up on all the new love headed your way. They're in their feelings, trying to pass it off like it's nothing. In and out of their feelings, in and out, right? What's that line? It's from that Jackson Browne song I like so much off of Late for the Sky album. It fits here to describe the energy. It's what they're feeling. It's what the DM is going through when it's almost an energy where they always thought you'd be around, right? They don't remember losing track of you. You're always dancing in and out of view, right? That kind of thing. You're coming in and out of view with this person, and in the end stages, they're really feeling it. And it's causing an antsiness here in the 3D to do something, but also to run and hide from it. It's a dual energy. God, this is tough to explain, but it's nice. So far, it's actually good, because this will lead to something. If nothing else, this person's learning a hell of a lesson, whoever this energy belongs to. Okay. Oh, man, yeah. That Queen of Wands is getting spanked from the pre-shuffle. Fakey McFakerman, right? Right here, the hidden energy, message from the universe. See, they spent a lot of time pretending that you didn't matter, and that's not true. You do. There's a very powerful connection here. We see the Ace of Cups becoming toxic all the time. This is representing that. What does the universe want to tell us? It's separate from the reading, but it's read with this Three of Swords. Yeah, the Queen of Swords. Yeah, it can't unknow this. That's all it's saying there. When the Queen of Swords tells you something, you don't forget it. You can't unknow it. She rams it up with Archangel Michael's sword of truth right up your ass. All the universe is trying to tell us here in the base energy is they can't unknow this. They can't stop feeling this. They could try to run away, but they can't. They keep going back to it. Right? It's like they have lost feel of you for a moment, and when they do, they want it back instantly. But when they get it back, they feel the Three of Swords, so they want to run from it. but then they can't feel it anymore, so they want it back. But then when they get it back, they feel the Three of Swords, so they want to run. It's a feedback loop of energy. Jesus Christ. This person, these runners and their fucking feedback loops, I swear to God. Don't let them near a bag of potato chips. I'll tell you what, they'll eat the whole damn thing. A feedback loop in potato chips is the salt. Makes you want another one, and another one, and another one. All the while you're thinking, I'm eating too much salt. Well, but I don't care. I want another one. It's kind of what this is here. Potential final outcome. Red with this Knight of Wands. What's this motherfucker gonna do? Two of Wands. Sit on their ass and think about coming to. Again, it's what I just told you. This card represents the feedback loop in a big way here. Okay? They want. What did I just say? Reeve the fuck wind. What did I just say? They want to forget about you, right? They want to just put one wand aside, but then once they do, they can't find you, and it just comes around and around. So they find you, and then they feel the Three of Swords, and then they go back. It's always planning, never doing. Okay? Because this is going in and out. In and out, in and out. So in a way, this whole reading, if I were to sum it up, is batshit crazy. It's exactly what I said in the beginning. It is not a good month for the runners, and that's only going to make, for me, that's only going to make your monthly readings, your fly through the zodiac sign readings, all that more interesting. I mean, it really is. I'm really looking forward to them. All right, let's go. But we got to know the overview. We got to know what's happening. So somebody's planning to come towards you, and somebody's not planning to come towards you. Somebody here is learning a very, very big lesson about themselves. It's a month of self-discovery, and what they find they don't like. But they can't unknow it. Let's do it. Let's clarify. Let's talk to the witches. Why is the Three of Swords here? Tell me about the Three of Swords. This is nonsense. Why the fuck is the Three of Swords here? Let's see. This should result in communication. It's like if you had a wheel, like a Wheel of Fortune, with like the game show, and there was a slot on it from my person reaches out, and a slot on it from my person doesn't. And you keep spinning the wheel. Every once in a while, a good number of you are going to hit. Every day, the wheel's going to spin. And every day, a whole bunch of you will get my person's going to reach out, and a bunch of you will get my person's not going to reach out. Right? And then the next day, the wheel spins. Anything. It's a month where anything can happen with regard to the DM. Okay? It's essentially what I'm saying, because we're caught in a feedback loop here. Why is the Three of Swords here? It's fucking unreal. I would love to see what a sugarcoater would do with this fucking rating. I would love to see it. What's the sugarcoat version here? Because the witches want me to shuffle. I like to do this sometimes. The sugarcoat version. They're feeling the loss of you. They got an urge to come in. They're headed right for you with love and apology in their heart. They're going to speak some truths. They've figured out some things. And right now, this month, they're just going to be setting the intention to do it. It's very soon. Kind of a thing. The Two of Wands. Someone's letting go of something and coming. That's the sugarcoat version. But that's not what's going on if you go deeper in the energy. It's a back and forth. It's exactly as I described it already. This energy here is so in and out. It's ridiculous. Why is the Three of Swords here? Why? So you could take either reading you want. I don't really care. But this energy right here. I said, what did I say? Rewind. I said there's an undying urge to fix this. Because they can't unfeel it. Every time they think about you, this is what they feel. They feel the love, and it's this much. It's a missed opportunity energy. The Chariot is crossing it. The card that represents this soulmate cycle in general. This cycle you're all in is sponsored by Cancerian energy. The North Node was in Cancer when it began. So that's why we have a lot of runners here. Not everybody can handle Cancerian type feelings, right? If you're at all afraid of being vulnerable and a cloud of Cancer energy flew on top of you, you'd piss yourself. You'd try to run and hide. You'd find any rock to put your head under, right? Well, here it is right here. There's an undying urge to fix this. The Emperor does drive the Chariot, by the way. That's the Emperor, in case you forget. What's on top? The Magician. An undying urge to fix this. What the fuck did I already say? I'm going deeper in the energy, and the message remains the same. That's important. That means this runs deep. It means when I pointed out on this card, this animal deck does not fuck around with the Three of Swords. It's not even a heart anymore. All right, that meant something. Why is the Magician here? 9 Cups. Eye on the prize. I talked about it in the pre-shuffle when the 9 Cups came up. I said it to you. It's the same for them. You know, it's somebody here who, again, has an undying need to fix this Three of Swords. The energy is actually right. If what these cards are saying, in the energy here, if this person actually, if you land on the wheel where you hear from your person and you get the in energy instead of the out, there's a great opportunity here to fix all of this under the energy, because there's so much destiny involved, right? It's massive. But the problem is these emperors don't like the stuff that they're having to look at, and they can't unknow it. They can't do anything about it. They've looked at all this stuff before, and this isn't the usual kind of shit. It's more about just their behavior and figuring out, almost like being their own therapist and having to figure out why they behave the way they do. Why are they the Knight of Wands? Why are they the King of Wands, the Burger King? Gotta have it their way. You know, we don't like people. I always tell you guys, people don't like to admit they're wrong. It's the main thing that's wrong with society. If people would just admit they're wrong, they'd all calm the fuck down and relax, right? But logic doesn't exist anymore in the collective energy. This person's not applying logic properly. They haven't been. All right, it doesn't make sense to cast someone off, for example, to run from someone you have feelings for until you find out, explore those feelings a little bit. At least figure out if there's someone who might be important to your life. It doesn't make sense to run from that, but they did. Right? It's already what I described about that Cancerian energy and people that are afraid to be vulnerable. That Cancerian energy that this cycle is made of is going to scare the fuck out of them. They're going to hide under rocks. But you can't hide from it. That Cancer energy seeps in. It gets everywhere. It's emotion, right? It's pretty hard to keep water out of things, isn't it? We invent a lot of materials to do that. A lot of silicone gels and things like that. You know, it's tough. Water gets into everything. Let's go here. And water is emotion. Why is the Knight of Wands here? Why? Yeah. Again, yeah, the King, I'm just talking about someone afraid to be vulnerable. The King of Cups. Again, they're just afraid of these feelings. Scaredy cat. This is a little scaredy cat too. It's just, but this Three of Swords, again, it's the feedback loop, right? With the King of Cups crossing here, it's the feedback loop of, they get it. They get the feelings, they feel the Three of Swords, so they want to run from it. Then they can't find you, so they find you again, and then they feel the Three of Swords, and then they run from it. That's what this Page of Cups is saying in the soul. You're always there. There's always that love there. It's always there. They can't escape it. You know, just like he can't escape the water coming in. You're fucked, motherfucker. I hope you got a life vest somewhere in your little shell throne, because that water's coming in. It's tough to keep water out. Ask anybody who ever tried to build a dam or live near one and it broke. All right, right here is the what's on top. See, what? I'm not making this shit up. Okay, this is not my story. It's your story. It's the energy that's here. It's the incoming energy. It's the Lover's card. Again, I've just talked about they can't hide from it. I'm not going to repeat myself. It's the Lovers. The energy is set for you two to come together. These cards told us that. This card tells us that. The universe makes the choice. The energy is right for you guys to come together. It is. But somebody here, again, you're always there. Why is the Lovers here? This is proof of that. This is unreal. In the soul and in the 3D, you're there. And they want to run from it. They do. Scary. Oh, it's not scary. Right? Why is the Lovers here? The Hierophant. Look at that. Because they can run, but they can't hide. Just like this guy. I talked about he better have a life vest in this damn shell throne because the water's coming in. It's hard to keep water out. That's what this card is talking about. This is some spiritual shit. Okay, your connection is some spiritual shit. That's why they're in, and then they feel the Three of Swords, so they're out. And then and then they can't feel you, so they come back, and then they feel the Three of Swords, and then they're out. In and out energy. If this person here, if they were smart, they just realize, emotionally smart anyway, They just realize that they need to fix this Three of Swords. That's why I get an energy of an undying need to fix this. Because they feel you on this level, but they can't just feel you without being reminded of this Three of Swords energy. I know, it's right. I think I explained it good. Okay. He a Pisces, you know. Right here, Page of Cups. He's always checking my work. All right. Page of Cups in the soul. I've already explained it, but maybe the universe has something else it wants to say, because it does lead into this Queen of Swords here. This ought to be good. Oh my God. Again, the Hierophant, second one in this reading, actually tells me, because it came up in the pre-shuffle, actually tells me that all of this is starting to sink in. Okay? It's starting to sink in that, oh, you know, maybe I should resolve that Three of Swords and go talk to them, because, you know, they are my 9 cups. And this is how many times does this person need to stick their hand in the meat grinder before they figure out it's a fucking meat grinder? Right? It says right on it, meat grinder. It's in the name what it does. Here's their heart, ground to shit. It's their fault. They keep sticking their hand in it. I don't like feedback loops. People get in them all the time, right? People who are addicted to things get in feedback loops, right? They rationalize, they quit, and then they make up some excuse to go back, and then they feel bad, so they quit, but then they make up some excuse to. It's the same energy. The same frequency of energy plays out differently in different situations. Same energy to make somebody keep going back to an addiction, and then they feel bad, and then they quit, and then they talk themselves in and go back, is the same frequency of energy that's here. It's the same kind of thing. This person is figuring it out, though. That's why it's so tough. You know, in a strong way, the runners in this cycle are behaving a bit like addicts, and it's tough. You know, that's why I always quote Amy Winehouse in a lot of my readings, trying to make them go to rehab, and they're like, no, no, no. It's getting harder and harder to say no. Okay? The energy is building. The cycle is progressing. You progress too, or you get left behind. The DFs are already in sync with the cycle. That's why you keep coming up as Empress energy, Queen of Pentacles, and all that. In a lot of the 3-card readings and stuff like that I do. Right? That means you're in sync with the energy of the cycle. This is not anything but in sync. All right. Why is Page of Cups here? Okay. All right. Yeah. Strength. What they feel for you, in a literal sense, is actually their only hope. It gives them strength. You're the Obi-Wan. Okay? You're their last hope. You're the missed opportunity. And that energy is what's driving the swords through this heart. That's why it's not even a heart anymore. It's been shredded. All right? They know that they missed an opportunity. But the reason they keep going back and feeling you, like they feel you, and then they feel the Three of Swords, and then they run from it. The reason they keep going back and don't just keep running is because of how you make them feel. They don't have love for anything around them. Not real love anyway. It's like pinnacle love, right? Either they like the stuff or the image or whatever that is. That's why they keep coming up as King of Wands type energy and things like that. This is their hope. This is their Obi-Wan. This is what they like. But the problem is they get a little taste of it and they remember what a fool they've been. That's about that Queen of Swords in the pre-shuffle, where they're getting a look at their behavior. This is a whole lot about self-discovery within these runners. Okay? For the DF, it's a cakewalk month. It's a lot more about external discovery. You know, it really is. You're going to meet new people possibly. I mean, all kinds of things. You'll be able to taste the destiny of January. You'll be able to feel it. There's something different happening. Something's in the air. What's on top? Yeah, 8 of Pentacles. Again, it's someone trying to distract themselves. Why? Because when they feel this, they can't just take a taste. They got to do the whole hit, right? And the whole hit involves this. So they try to distract themselves. This is talking more about the in and out energy. Why is the 8 of Pentacles here? Justice. Someone's putting their efforts in the wrong thing. This is a message from the universe, which does tie to this Queen of Swords. Okay? The universe is talking to us right here. It ties to this Queen of Swords about truths that you can't unknow. Right? Now they're figuring out they've been putting their efforts into the wrong thing. The universe is saying this person here has been working against their soul's true purpose. Whoever it is. All right, they've been giving to the wrong stuff. They're finding justice, for example, in 8 Pentacles, always stuck here being the worker when they're actually qualified to be a business owner or a CEO themselves, which would be the 9 of Pentacles. They're just going to have to resolve this 3 of Swords first. Stop running away. The energy is set for it, and this energy is sticking. I said this second Hierophant represents the long term, the ability for this energy to actually stick, and them to actually maybe make some changes in the way they conduct themselves in the day-to-day of their life. And that's backed up by this Queen of Swords, the message from the universe here, which is, quite frankly, you can't unknow it. You know, it's funny that there's a snowy owl here on the card. I said for a little while we lived up in New England when I was a kid, right? And I don't have a ton of memories from that because we were only there for a little while. But I remember waiting for the school bus one snowy day, right? And I was disappointed that they didn't cancel school because apparently the kids up there get school canceled if the roads are slick. But apparently they weren't slick enough that they cared about all us kids, and and school was on. So I was waiting for the bus, and a snowy owl flew by. And my father knew a bit about birds of prey and stuff like that. It's kind of where I get that from. And I told everyone the story about it. You know, after school when I got back, I said, I saw a snowy owl at the bus stop. My dad's like, no. They don't come this far south and blah, 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 blah. But I know what I saw. And I've never forgotten it. My story has never wavered. There was a freak snowy owl that flew by. I swear I knew that's what it was. I tell you that because that's what this energy is with this person. No matter how hard their inner being tries to dissuade them from it, their devil energy in the brain or whatever it is that where they make excuses, the story coming from the soul is not going to waver. It's the same, all right? Not supposed to be that far south, but it is, all right? It's a very strong energy of someone changing their belief system a little bit, okay? Knowing what they feel. Knowing it's, or we might say in the 3D, someone knows what they saw. Something like that, all right? What else you want to tell us about the Queen of Swords? It's true, though. You know, decks with readers, the decks themselves, we identify with them. I identify with the animal deck because it's got a lot of birds in it and things like that. And those help me translate the energy. There's a very strong energy here, this undying urge to fix that 3 of Swords. And yeah, I'm still shuffling. Give me a break. You want an accurate reading, right? You don't just want, oh, just pull a card. You know. There is such a thing as random card pulling and things like that, but it's not as accurate, actually, as you might think. There's a lot of brain involved, like people who take the deck and fan it out and just pull a card at random. It's not as random as you might think, actually. There's too much brain involved with that, so I don't play that game. It's not really the way to go. I found I never get accurate answers. And yes, this Queen of Swords does tie with the soul energy. That's a Page of Cups in the soul. Page of Cups crossing the Queen of Swords, verifying what I told you earlier about this all segueing into this, and it is. Again, it is that energy of someone sticking to their story. Someone here who, as much as they try to distract themselves, as much as they try to run, you're always there. The story remains the same. Yeah, but I love them. Yeah, but this, and I know they love you because of this 3 of Swords. Okay? We don't get this for just some random thing. You know, there's no 3. If some stranger calls you an asshole, you don't get 3 of Swords energy. 3 of Swords, you're not hurt. You only hurt the ones you love. All right? It's like that. What's on top? A lot of love here. 6 of Pentacles. Again, it's about giving. They can't unknow it, so fuck it. I might as well give to this. That's the energy that's there. There's also a strange amount of gratitude that they have for, even when they feel the 3 of Swords, there's a gratitude for it. In other words, their soul's trying to tell them you're changing, you're behaving badly, and they're grateful for the information, though they are trying to still run from it a little bit. Why is the 6 of Pentacles here? Yeah. What did I just say? What did I just get done saying? I just got done saying their soul's saying you're changing. I pulled a fucking Death card, which is a change energy right here. This person is transforming because of this. Just like I transformed when I saw that snowy owl. That snowy owl actually is what got me very interested in owls. Up till that point, I had just focused on falcons, hawks, and kites. Those were my favorite things. Kites are, you see them a lot like down in Florida and stuff like that. They have a lot of kites over the Everglades and all of that. In fact, they got the Everglades kite, quite frankly. That snowy owl sighting, that story I told around this, is what got me interested in owls quite a bit. And I started studying owls, of which there's like just species upon species upon species of them. So it was a lot of studying for me. That makes sense here. Okay, the energy comes in as emotion. I translate it into words by, my life experience. What this person is figuring out, right, is something it's changing them. They've profoundly changed because they can't unknow it. It's something that's making them more interested in you. So part of the feedback loop is the growth of this Page of Cups into more love. So what they're figuring out, in other words, a smoother way to say that, is the love for you is growing. Each time they come back around, then feel the Three of Swords, then want to run. Each time they feel the Three of Swords, the love gets stronger and stronger. It ties to that energy I told you, where the more you run from a deep soul connection like this, the stronger it gets. And that is happening. This person is profoundly changing. They're changing the way they look at themselves, how they treat others, right? All of it. All of it is changing. And it's because of you. All right? That Page of Cups ties to the soul position. Final outcome, Two of Wands. Well, at the end of the day here, I said there's an undying need to do something about this Three of Swords. Somebody is at least setting the intention to do something, and then not, and then setting it, and then not, because these are read with the 3D energy cards. These cards here are read with these. So this Knight of Wands directly relates to the back and forth of this, which isn't normally a back and forth card, mind you, but the energy here is. It also ties a little bit over here, where because this person's fundamentally changed, right? They actually want to, they make, that's why I said about this card, always making a plan, never doing anything. Always planning. Always planning. This person's been planning to come towards you for a long time. Tell you how they feel anyway. You may be in contact with them, but they're not really opening up, most of them. Yeah, always planning. All right. Always a bridesmaid, never a bride kind of energy, right? Why is the Two of Wands here? Why is it here? What's the final on this, universe? Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, it's both. It's the Eight of Cups. All right? On the DF side, you're fucking done this month. This month, you meet so many new people. You can taste the destiny around you. You're in tune with the cycle. If it's 8 broke, you're just walking towards your 9 cups. And they're feeling that. They are feeling that that the DM is the 8 broken cups. And you're just walking towards your 9 cups. You're keeping going. You're looking for this. You're looking for long term. And there's a fear here that somebody's going to see your value. Somebody else is going to know and get the opportunity that the damn Emperor missed. And look at this. I'm going to show you something. Look, I got a tower. I got the Emperor and the Empress, the King of Wands, and a tower. Everything I just told you is right there. Right there in the overall energy. That's where I was getting this energy from that's coming off this 8 of Cups. It's exactly what it is. You're getting your shit together. It's causing a real, look at that, there's the Lovers too underneath the tower. You're getting your shit together. You guys, they're figuring out everything I've told you. You're getting your shit together. There's still this, which is causing them to reassess this behavior because you're getting away. And they don't want you to get away. The love geese are in the air. This is the Lovers card from the January column of my Q1 reading, which talked about multiple geese in the air, not just 2. A whole fucking flock. And that's what I get here. Okay? They feel that. You, DFs, my viewers, keep walking towards your 9 cups. Alright? Let this person sort this shit out, figure it out for themselves. It's all about, it's your life, right? You're going to let somebody put your life on pause while you wait for them? This life's too short for that. Time's a waste in TikTok, right? What's on top here? Hangman. That is someone here who is getting a whole new perspective on themselves and on this. This is read with the Lovers on this connection. Big time. Why is the Hangman here? There's more there, but let me see why it's here. 10 swords. Yeah. Again, 2 energies. As long as this person is 8 broken cups to you and you keep walking towards your 9 cups, until they do something, this is done. Okay? Until they do something. They're the one putting 10 swords in this with all this wishy-washy, always planning, never doing anything. This wishy-washy Knight of Wands here. But the other energy around this, where it relates to the incoming energy, is someone here getting a new perspective that they better get to stepping before this is over. Because we have another owl making an appearance. This is not dead to your runner. It's not, because this is red with the Hierophant card. They're feeling this connection. And they have a whole new perspective on their behavior here and what's been stopping them and what's been holding them back. They better get to stepping before this is done. And right here, this owl, that owl, he's there. He's interested in eating some of that, and they do not eat dead food. They're not going to fly down on carrion down on the ground. That's a hunting bird right there. At the end of the day, that's where we're at. Somebody here is likely to dilly-dally too long. The way January plays out for them is they're likely to dilly-dally too long and then come in and show up right when you're in the middle of all kinds of stuff, all kinds of great stuff, your life changing, right? But man, I didn't know these cards were under here. The Emperor and the Empress together, the King of Wands, the Burger King, your person's ego and their bad behavior really coming crashing down on their head as you, right here, the Lover's card, walks toward their 9 of Cups and sees them, and that hurts their ego that you might see them as 8 broken cups. Okay, that again, there's a bit of there's a lot of ego in play on the runner side. We see it here with the Knight of Wands. There's a lot of ego in play. You know, they don't want to be seen that way by you, because for them, you're represented by 3 swords. You're the missed opportunity and the Page of Cups twice. You're the missed opportunity. You're the one that got away, and they might want to do something about that. I'll tell you what, the 5 of Wands crossing that 8 of Cups that's crossing here backs up everything I just said. All right, it's someone here who really is in their head about what you think. This is an energy, this incoming energy. These runners all care a lot about what other people think. They're those types of people. And low vibration, mid vibration people always do. People that are in their ego always do. They especially, this 3 of Swords tells us, they especially care what you think. Although they may play it off like they don't. Right? Oh, man, unreal. Let's pull some cards from the universe one more time. Let's pull 3 cards and have the universe tell us what it wants to tell us. And then I'm going to go pull some Wicked Voodoo on January. We're going to find out a little bit in the extended about what this month means for you, because I see a lot of shit coming towards you, which is making the runners, it's really rattling them. I can feel that here. But also, I don't have any, I don't want to say I don't have any devils here. I have an underlying devil energy, but I'm curious as to what they're giving the wrong thing to. I'm curious as to why, when they feel the 3 of Swords, they have the urge to run. I have no idea where the extended's going to go, but I'm going to go pretty deep in it. All right. For now, let's see if the universe will give us a little preview here. Give me 3 cards. What else you want to tell everybody before we go? This 10 of Swords ending is very interesting here, but it's only here because of the Hangman, because somebody did nothing. I don't think none of them want this to be over, and they all care about what you think of them, big time, even though they might not tell you that. Yeah. Bottom of the deck we always pull from here, the Sun, the Death card, the 6 of Pentacles, and crossing the Death card is 10 Wands. This Death card ties to this right here. This 6 of Pentacles ties to this 6 of Pentacles right here. So what we've got is we've got someone here who's severely burdened by this 3 of Swords up here, by these things that they're figuring out, by the fact that they can't really, it's almost like, imagine they were 2 people, which we all are. We all have a separate energy. There's 2 sides to our coin. But let's just say your person had an imaginary friend. The imaginary friend is just completely saying, run, you got to run from this, you got to keep things the way they are. And the other side, it's a real burden, because they know that imaginary friend is full of shit. Okay? And because they've profoundly changed. There's a strong energy here that says that these people, these runners, have changed. The energy in the cycle has been beating them down so much, especially with all the portal energy and everything that's been in play recently, that they've changed. This person, the imaginary friend is trying to tell them to run, but the person, your actual person, sees the benefit in opening up, right? In giving to this. They see that it would make them happy. What would make them happy? Well, because the Death card is here and the Six of Pentacles is here and these tied to this, again, it all boils down to an undying urge to take care of this Three of Swords, to stop this so that they can just feel the Page of Cups, okay? And that's part of what I'm going to look at in the extended as to why. Why is there all of a sudden an undying urge? There's always been an urge to solve it, but now it's just, it's represented by the sun. It's like somebody telling themselves, I'll never be happy unless I fix this. Okay? And we see that a lot here with this Eight of Cups that's crossing the final outcome. That's you. You're just walking away. Right? It's very strong energy because these energies, these people, and we see it here with the burden of that. Right? It's somebody here, again, that they're losing a battle with themselves. And we see that with the Five of Wands. It's a very weak energy underneath that. All right, that's your reading. I hope it was helpful. It's going to be an interesting month. It's going to be a great month for the DM. It's going to be a month of hell for the DM. And for some of you, it's going to bring them right to you. And for others of you, they're going to keep going with the feedback loop. But there's a whole lot of why we need to go deeper. So if you want the extended, the link is in the description. I want it. I'm going to jump right in on it. And I hope this reading was helpful. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. And tomorrow, on Tuesday, I'll be starting my fly through the zodiac with your monthly readings. But this reading, probably the only one that's getting an extended for the month, is going to be very helpful in understanding. So make sure you understand the whole concept of the feedback loop here for sure. All right? That's your reading. Good luck.